What are you even asking me? What are you asking me? We just, like, this is just about y'all fucking. This, what am I supposed to answer here?
You hate it when I coat things all in sugar. You wanna hear the real talk? Well, girl, who wouldn't? Yeah.
Welcome back to Cosmoholics Anonymous. I am your favorite girl, Bo Vintage, and today is part 2 of Botox. As you know, for the last, like, I don't know, maybe month and a half, 2 months, 3 months, I don't know. I've been doing Botox back to back because of how many emails have come in. It's really overwhelming. I do apologize to everybody that I have not gotten to. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. At this point, it's just pure luck if I end up reading your email. Some of the emails I read are from all the way in September. Some of them are from fucking August. And of course, there's a lot from October now. It's just luck. And so don't hate me if I don't ever get your email. There's literally over 1,300 emails at this point, and I don't know how I'm ever going to clean out that inbox, but I'm trying, and I'm trying again, okay? I think we should get it popping now. So let's see what the first question is. Oh, if you want to participate in Botox, make sure you send me an email to botox@gmail.com. It will be in the description box so that you know how to spell it and there is no confusion, okay? Okay, let's get it popping. Hey Bo, I'm 20 years old and I was in a relationship with this guy for 2 years. What would have been the 3rd year of us being together, we were just fucking around. Earlier this year, I started messing with another guy that my ex had beef with just to kind of get revenge, I guess. Long story short, me and the guy had sex 3 times, protected. My ex kept saying I was fucking around on him and I tried to lie and say I wasn't. Me and my ex were still having sex before I had sex with this dude. Never at the same time, or day, or even month, lol. I held on to that lie until August 9th, my ex's birthday. We hadn't talked in a while, so I FaceTimed him just to say happy birthday. Side note, before his birthday, he kept asking if I had fucked someone else and I kept saying no. He opened up to me and told me he had sex with not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 other bitches with a condom. I was beyond pissed because I love him so much even till this day. Pretty much over it now. He also told me that a few bitches I call myself being cool with even tried to talk to him and wanted to fuck. One of the bitches even went as far to say that we were cool when we most definitely were in high school. I'm kind of lost. I don't know who to trust besides my 2 close friends. Fast forward to 2 weeks ago, I made a trip about 30 minutes away to see him, and of course the plan was to fuck. And when it came time, he wanted us to use a condom. We never used a condom, but he always went to get checked. I was so pissed I left and went home, and he said it was kind of suspect that I didn't want to have sex with a damn condom. What? Like, it was crazy because when we had sex the day after his birthday, he told me I'm the only one he trusts to have unprotected sex with. We just had sex 2 times after that situation without a condom. I'm lost. I need advice badly because I still love him, but I strongly think that he still wants these thirsty hoes around here. It may be a surprise, but no, we don't have kids. Amazing, right? I love, love, love your videos, and you too, girl. What are you even asking me? What are you asking me? We just, like, this is just about y'all fucking. This, what am I supposed to answer here? He wants to use a condom. Fuck it. Let him use a condom. Y'all should be using condoms anyway, especially now that you know that he's had sex with multiple people. Somebody can tell you they've been using a condom, but they really haven't been, and so you should, you know, be happy that he's offering to use one with you to protect your vagina from getting stank and infected. You shouldn't be mad about that. You really shouldn't. Oh, that one is way too long. Rotten, what the? Oh, this is messy, bitch. Let me get into this. It's long, but you know what? the title. Hi Bo, I'm a subby all the way from the UK. Before I start, I just wanted to say that I love your channel and your personality. You're my favorite YouTuber. Thank you. I'm 16 and my mom is the pastor. She has been for the last 2 years, but before that, going to church was part of my family's lifestyle anyway. I believe in God and would recognize myself as a Christian, but I'm really having troubles dealing with other members at church. Because I'm a pastor's daughter, I feel like I'm targeted. When I first started wearing makeup and weave, I would hear people at church gossip about how the pastor, my mom, obviously doesn't raise her children properly, unless she wouldn't let me go out like that. Because my mom is a female pastor whose husband works abroad, she gets a lot of shade from church members asking about my dad. A lot of rumors went around that my mom was actually divorced, which the denomination of Christianity we're under doesn't allow. Same here, girl. My parents are divorced, even though my father is a pastor. And that ain't right, but it's okay. And that's just the surface of things. Some of the rumors that go around are outrageous. Someone even spread a rumor that my mom was having an affair with a pastor from another church. I know this because I overheard a church member telling someone this on the phone during church, but she didn't realize I was behind her. But who doing all this? Like, even if that was the case, why are you at church making phone calls to tell somebody else from a different church that Pastor Susie is screwing Pastor Bob even though her husband is abroad? Like, why are you doing that? Anyway, my mom doesn't know, and to be honest, I don't know whether I should tell her because of how much she has to deal with. Every time I try to join a new department at the church because I would like to serve God in the church, I always feel isolated and looked down on. I get picked on a lot more than others would. In the choir, the head of that department would tell me I sounded like someone strangling a cat. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Okay. And I've had voice lessons. If I sounded that bad, I think I know, LOL. I share how I feel with my mom, but she says she can't do much about it without appearing to show favoritism, which I understand, but I feel I can't even grow spiritually in such a hostile environment. There's no youth department. There's not other people my age that I can even relate to. Going to church is beginning to feel like such a chore. Oh, I've been there, girl. I've been there. This is so relatable. I've talked about moving churches, but my mom got hurt, and I feel like it would just create more gossip amongst the other members and make my mom's job harder. I leave for university in 3 years, but it seems like so far away. I feel like churches have some of the most judgmental people out there. They sure do. And if people there were truly righteous, they wouldn't even notice things like me wearing makeup and definitely wouldn't have the heart to spread such lies. My question is, how do I deal with church members? And how can I try and make things easier on my mom, who I believe is really courageous because she knew of hard time many female pastors still face. And despite that, she decided to be a pastor and practically a single mom in the sense of being the only one around most of the time to raise us up. Girl, you know how I deal with the church people? I make YouTube videos and drag them because, let me tell you, because I grew up in basically the exact same situation as you, as in my parents were in the church, my whole family was in the church, we were well known in the church. There was definitely a lot of drama and a lot of chit chat, and to this day, especially because of me, there is chit chat in the church about the kid. Now, the issue I have with that is whatever's going on is nobody's business. If your mom was cheating on your daddy with another pastor from another church, it would be nobody's business but your mom's, that pastor's, and the good Lord in heaven, okay? So sorry, but that's what the facts are. It is nobody's business. And because it's a rumor, like, for me, the reason that I have zero desire, and it's sad to say, and I'm so sorry to God, but I have zero desire to go to church because of everything that's ever happened to me surrounding people from the church and being in the church. The church has become so corrupt that it's it's a place that I find to be dark. It's hard to find a good church that is not corrupt these days, and it shouldn't be that way, because church is somewhere you're supposed to be able to go and fellowship with other people and worship with other people and praise the Lord while you're there. Like, you're not supposed to go to church for gossip, but every single church, and every time I hear about church, that's what it is. Everybody's always saying that their church is this and their church is that, and there's gossip and you know, it's a fashion show and all kinds. And I'm just like, but that's not what you're here for. If you are supposed, church is supposed to be come as you are. If you want to wear all the makeup in the world and go to church, you can go. At least you're going to church. At least you're taking that time out to worship God. Like, you're not just sitting at home doing nothing on your Saturday and Sunday, or Saturday, whatever day you go to church. Like, at least you are making an effort to have a relationship with God. Whatever else you're doing is nobody's business except for yours and God's. If you want to wear makeup and God doesn't like makeup, then that's for God to deal with you. God will deal with you accordingly. And nobody in that church, especially because they're gossiping, nobody has a say in anything. We as humans are not allowed to judge each other. That is not our job. We have no business doing that. That is not what we are here for. We're here for our own purposes. And if people are worrying about what you and your mom are doing, they're not worrying about themselves. And so I think that you need to not pour energy into it. I think you should be standing up for yourself and making it clear that just because if somebody else in the church, like the choir director or whatever, tries you again, you need to stand up for yourself and be like, look, I understand that my mom is a pastor and you guys can say and believe anything you want to believe about her, but understand this: God is watching, okay? And God will deal with you guys accordingly for starting these rumors about my mom and speaking down on our family and causing problems for us that we did not ask for and we don't need. Sometimes you have to stand up for yourself and your mom, because your mom's not going to do it, obviously. And it's important to do that, because if you don't, they will continue to do what they're doing. At least if you make it known that you know that it's going on, they may either try to be more discreet about it or they may stop, period. Because if you call somebody out on their bullshit, they can't really argue it. If you call somebody out and spit facts and be like, okay, if you're going to be talking about all the wrongs that my mom is doing, how about the fact that you're gossiping while you're in the church? You're not supposed to gossip at all, but you're gossiping while you're in the church. You're taking your little time out to make a phone call to somebody else to speak ill on my mother or give her a bad name. And once you tell one person something, it's going to travel like broken telephone. You cannot do that. And so you do need to make it very clear to the congregation that it's unacceptable. When people are like picking at you and you know, finding reasons not to like you, that means that you have something that they want. And so it's pure jealousy, and we're not supposed to be jealous or envious, and the church people should know that. So I say that you stand up for yourself when necessary, and then don't feed any more energy into it, because it's really unnecessary, unfair, and irrelevant. Like, there's no need. Absolutely none. She said, hey Bo, my name is Jay and I am having relationship issues. Me and my fiance have been together for 4 years. He proposed to me after 6 months of dating when I was 19. I am now 23, but we are not married, and at this point I can't see myself marrying him. Whoa. I stayed by his side when he went to jail. Only 4 months. I wasn't waiting for years. He was there for me when I miscarried our child. All this happened within the first year. He is supportive and caring, but has commitment issues, it seems. He has talked to people throughout our relationship out of spite, and it's just not cool for me. Just recently, I was looking at the usage on our plan, and I noticed he was texting someone I work for. I run a business with my mom, and he was texting one of her clients. He told me he was helping her get a job and she would ask for advice at times, but he stopped texting her. I find it very disrespectful. She never mentioned anything to me, and neither did he, because she didn't want me to get upset, he claims. But if there's nothing to hide, why would anybody be getting upset? I don't want to believe he was talking to this girl in a disrespectful way, but at this point, I don't know. I don't want to address her because it can mess up my mom's business, especially if it wasn't anything negative going on. I just don't know what to do. He is nice and spoils me with gifts, and he does things for me that I need or just out of care, but to flirt with people when you're upset isn't cool. That's very immature. He swore on our child that he didn't have sex with anyone, so I would hope he wouldn't lie on our child. I could easily say, fuck this nigga, but this is where shit gets complicated. I'm in school, so I live at home, so I pay out of pocket. And he needed a place to stay a couple months ago, so my parents let him stay here, so I see him every day. I really don't want to get my parents involved because it will turn into a bunch of drama because I'm their baby girl and he is doing shit to hurt me and to possibly hurt my mom's business. He has been very apologetic and honest about everything lately. We have broken up a few times as well throughout our relationship, but what he did is still wrong. What should I do? By the way, I love you, your videos, and you and Shooter's relationship. We are kind of similar to how you guys are, but the flirting shit isn't cool for me. I don't know why I keep taking him back. I really do love him, but I don't know. Please help. I couldn't do that. I could not sit there and me and Shooter argue and the first thing he does is pick up his phone to text gal. Like, no. Never in a million years. I would not sit there through that. If you want to text bitches, you can go. Like, I'm good. I can pay my rent by myself. I can pay my bills by myself. I don't need you for anything, so you can go. If I needed you for something, then I would probably stick around and like say fuck it, you know, if I felt like you were a necessity. I love Shooter to death, but he's not a necessity. And I think a lot of the times when women are willing to put up with bullshit, it's because there's something there that's keeping them there. There's something there that either makes you feel comfortable. There's a reason you can't leave. It's not just I love him. It's never just I love him. Like, there's something there. Sometimes it's a zik to bomb. Like, there's always a reason that a woman is willing to stay and bend over backwards for a man that doesn't respect them. He was out of pocket and she was out of pocket for texting him. There's obviously something more that she wanted because of the first or the second scenario that you emailed me about. She's extremely inappropriate, and there's only so many times you can check your nigga before leaving him. Like, you shouldn't have to check your nigga should be checking himself, and that's how I feel about that. Like, you shouldn't really have to say or think about what your man is doing, because your man shouldn't be doing anything for you to think about. You feel me? You guys definitely have things that you need to work on if you are going to continue your relationship. If your man's first instinct is to be spiteful when you guys argue or you guys don't agree on something, and he wants to, the first thing he wants to do is flirt with women or text other girls, like, come on now, that's not any type of relationship you should be in. That's so immature on like 1,000 different levels. Like, it doesn't make any sense that that would be his first instinct, because flirting all leads to other things. I don't know whether it's a hanging out or kissing or fucking. Like, flirting is never just flirting, I don't think, and it's inappropriate to do when you're in a relationship, because not only does it hurt your relationship, but you got me out here looking like a fool. Like, you're not going to do that. You're not going to talk to other people while you're in a relationship with me and everybody knows you're in a relationship with me and have me looking stupid in the street. Like, no, that ain't cool. That's not happening ever.com. So I think that that's extremely disrespectful. That's a whole other level of disrespect. Like, there's only so much you're going to be able to take, and love is not enough. Love is very cloudy, and it's not enough to keep you in a situation where you're consistently being disrespected by your man. Never okay. So I suggest that you, like, figure something out with him. And as for the girl that is a part of, is one of your mom's clients, I think there's a way you can handle that without it affecting your mom's work. I mean, if you truly feel like it would affect your mom, if your mom's gonna lose a client, if she's like a big client, I would say talk to your mom about it and see how she feels, and you guys deal with it together. I think that's your only option, because if you do approach her by yourself and you're like, I don't appreciate you texting my man behind my back and sitting on his lap and doing this, that, and the third, with all the things that you told me in the second email about her going to his workplace and being like, he can do so much better than you, she's disrespecting you for no reason. She doesn't have a reason to not like you. She doesn't have a reason to be disrespectful towards you. And I think that that is something that needs to be dealt with head on. Fuck the clientele. Like, you need to deal with her. So I would definitely say to call to get your mom involved and ask her how she feels about the situation, or if she feels comfortable with you addressing her client, and take it from there. If she says no, then she says no, but the disrespect is not okay, and so I don't really see your mom saying no to that, but we'll see. Hey Bo, my name is Kiyoshe. Oh, my light died. Okay guys, I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to I don't want to put batteries in right now. I really don't. I'm so tired. Hey Bo, my name is Kiyoche. I'm 22 years old and I love your channel. I hope I pronounced your name right. It's either Kiyoche or Kayoche. Either way, it's pretty. I live in Holland. My mom's family is from Suriname, South America. Suriname. Excuse me, I have hiccups, I'm burping, like, and I'm coughing. And my dad's family is from Hawaii. My siblings all have the same father, so I'm kind of left out. I am lighter skinned than them, have big, curly, dark blonde hair, and green eyes. Overall, I look different. And when I was younger, I always felt left out because of that. Excuse me. But I have always identified myself as black. I love being black. My mom is very pro-black and all about black love, even though my father is Native Hawaiian. Why do I have hiccups? I've never had a type when it comes to men. I love black men, white men, Asian men. You get the point. But deep down, I always wanted to end up with a beautiful dark-skinned black man and have beautiful black children. And that's what I need your advice for. You do know my man is white, right? I'm joking. I freaking love dark-skinned niggas. Like, oh, dark-skinned niggas are my weakness. I'm so sorry, Shooter, but he's like a dark-skinned nigga trapped in a white man's body. So it's like, it's whatever. Anyway, I have been talking to this white guy, Sander, for over 7 months. He lives in Belgium, which is very far. And then something else. He has a 5-year-old son. He's 23. He is with his son every other week. He loves and takes care of his kid, but has all the qualities I look for in a man. But then on the other hand, I have this black friend, Carlos. We have been friends for over 2 years, and I started to grow feelings for him. I told him about this, and he feels the same way about me. I never thought that I would grow to like 2 boys at the same time. By the way, oh my gosh, my hiccups, I'm getting pissed. By the way, he is 25 and lives about an hour away. They both have the qualities I look for in a man. They don't play around, and I like that. Because I only date someone I see potential husband in. If I hiccup again, like, I always wanted to end up with a black man, but I don't feel like it's fair if I choose him only because of that. But then again, Sander really has a thing for black girls. He mostly seems obsessed with me. Sometimes I feel like he just likes my blackness and not my personality. Oh gosh. When I confronted him about this, he of course denied this. His ex-girlfriend is white, so is his son. That's interesting. Bo, please help me. How should I make my decision? What questions should I ask myself? Girl, I don't know. You gotta just whoever you like more. Like, I mean, the more realistic relationship for you would be the one that is close to you, the one that is close to home. But let me continue. By the way, I'm a virgin, and they both respect that. It has been hard as a teen seeing everyone around me giving it away. But I hold on to it, and I feel awesome. I hate my hiccups. Both of these guys seem like potential husbands to me, and I would be happy to give it to both of them. She means like one or the other, obviously. You can only lose your virginity once. A tip for young girls who are virgins and in relationships. Talking about sexuality really helps. Talk to your boyfriend, tell him you are a virgin, and make it clear that you want to wait. Communication is key. Excuse my grammar, I'm not a native speaker. Love you lots. Grotiges? I don't know, she said bye in Dutch. I don't know how to pronounce it. Grotiges? I don't fucking know. But I can't help you choose who you want to be with. You can't choose somebody based on their skin color. Like, you can't say I'm gonna date Carlos because he's dark skinned, and you can't say you're gonna date Sander because he's white. What kind of name is Sander? Anyway, you can't do that. You have to just go based on what makes more sense. But like, you do have to realize that you can't keep growing feelings for both of them, because when it does come time to choose and you choose one, you're not going to be able to, it's going to be harder for you to cut one off. So you do need to make a decision sooner than later. I feel like the one that is closer to you, I feel like Carlos is the better option just because you can see him easily. Whereas Sander lives all the way in buttfuck Idaho, and it'll be like a plane, a train, a bus, a car, and a walk to see him. So I just feel like if you're looking for something permanent for right now, your best bet would be to be Carlos. Also, because you're so young and they're so young too, like, I have a thing where I'm not comfortable dating somebody that already has kids, because I want my first kid, I don't want my first kid to be somebody's second or third child. I want it to be their first child. Like, I don't want to have kids with somebody or get married to somebody that already has children, unless I'm like in my 50s and I'm remarrying. Like, that's kind of young to remarry. Anyway, that's the only time I can see myself dating somebody that already has children. Other than that, I ain't here for it, like, because I don't do baby mommy drama, and I'm just not particularly interested in men that have already had kids, like, especially in their 20s. So I think because of that, because of your age, because of location, and convenience, I would say, and obviously because you like him anyway, I would say go ahead with Carlos. But when it comes to Sander, like you really have to like weigh your options. Are you ready to become a stepmom? Because that is what you would do. It's just like Kylie is King's stepmom, auntie. Like, she's very young, but she has a stepchild because she's with Tyga, and of course they're not married or anything like that, but his child is now a part of her life, and it's just an extra responsibility that you really have to be willing to take on. Obviously, if men with children don't bother you, and I don't mean like, I use that term lightly, bother, then go ahead with Sander. But long distance relationships are very hard, and you have to really be willing to put in the effort and time into making your relationship really work. But you said that you sometimes feel like he's obsessed with you more than actually liking you, but he's obviously denied that claim. That's something that you have to watch out for with dating outside of your race. Some men look at us as a fetish, and that is not ever okay. And so you have to be careful with that. So if you have those feelings, you should probably not ignore them. He can deny it all he wants, but what's he gonna say? Yeah, actually, I'm just obsessed with the fact that you're black. Like, nobody's ever gonna admit that unless they're like a freaking crazy person. So that's definitely something to be careful of. I have no idea how long. I think my Botox this week are going to be really short, and I do apologize for that, but it is what it is. I just wanted to make sure that I had something up for you guys while I am at my orthodontist appointment. Anyway, I do love you all. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to participate in Botox, make sure you send me an email to botox@gmail.com. It'll be on the screen and in the description box as always. So don't ask me where you can send your Botox email to. I get that question all the time on my Instagram, on my thing, and I'm like, do you watch Botox? If you watch Botox, start to finish, even if you just watched at the start, you will know what email to send your fucking question to. So don't ask me where the hell you're supposed to send your question to, because I made it very clear by placing the email on the screen. I think this video, I'll leave it on the entire time because I'm sick of people asking me. Like, I'm really sick. Anyway, you guys, I do love you all, and I will definitely see you in the next one.